Oh yeah, so we are live again, guys. Right here on my timeline, as I promised you, I am bringing very amazing individuals. Right, and right now we have a very beautiful lady with us, and beautiful babes. Now, I didn't they follow. Everybody's supposed to know say that one. My babes now we fine, and we get intelligence, we get sense. Now we they follow, not people who are following people who don't get sense. They don't come find join. So guys, it's beautiful having the amazing, beautiful. She's always tensioning us on Facebook with a very sweet body. But anyway, we heaven is the goal for us. So so we always. All right, guys. So we have the amazing, beautiful Shaun Robinson with us. Right here for this conversation. This is the second conversation for today. We have four conversations today. We've had the first one where Kingsley showed us how you can be able to author your book without your own money. And right now in this conversation, I'll be having with Shaun on how you can be making money every day of the 365 or 366 days of the year. And she has written a book in that regard, right? This is the journey I have been on every blessed day. If 1,000 doesn't enter into my account, I don't consider that day a good day. And it has been like that since 2019 till date. So even if it's 1,000 naira, even if it's 2,000 naira, even if it's 20, on some days could be 200 grand, some days could be 300K. Some beautifully exceptional days can be much more than that. But at least on a daily basis, something must roll into your bank. 1,000, 200,000 naira, whatever the case may be. So that's the conversation we are going to be having today. And we're going to be sharing other things that have to do with marketing and books and every other thing. I'm glad to have Shaun here with me. Thank you very much for accepting to be part of this conversation. I've shared a beautiful things about you, teasers here and there, but perhaps there are some other things that people don't know about you. Maybe people have been looking at that picture of yours that I posted, and I was like, okay, fine babe. Maybe she never married. Maybe she never get children. Let me enter inbox and go and toast her. You get what I mean? So so let's hear from you specifically about the things you do and some other things that we have not really known about the great Shaun Robinson.
All right. Thank you very much, the Don himself, Boss Emeka Novis. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me join these conversations around your book with sell movement. Thank you very much. All right, you guys, you've already seen the teasers. Like you said, you put out about me. My name is Shaun Robinson. I am a communication coach. I am also an online visibility enthusiast. Yes, and that's why over the years, since last year actually, I've really taken live videos very seriously. And it happened after I joined your Book with Sale Academy. Don't worry, we'll get to that conversation, but you understand why I have taken live videos very, very, very seriously. I am primarily a teacher. A lot of persons don't know that. Yes, I'm primarily a teacher.
Wow.
So get all those BB coach, mentor that they call us out there. I'm primarily a teacher. I am a certified teacher. I teach with a secondary school here in Delta State. I also, on the side, lecture part-time students, that's ND and HND students on the side as well. So you can call me a teacher and a lecturer. You get, so that's
Amazing.
primarily what I do. And I simply just brought that to the online space and began coaching, teaching and training other people how to do the same, how to share their knowledge. And so that's where coaching came in. But I have noticed that communication is my forte. And so I decided to stick with that. Although I started out, wanting to go into the peak performance industry, but I had to rebrand, so to speak. So it's not how you start that really matters. It's you finding your niche and focusing on it. So I rebranded and focused on communication. I'm married though, like very, very married. Even though there are no rings there, that's because I react to better. Don't worry, when the Gbemo arrives and we're able to buy pure white gold, we'll start wearing it. But I'm married and I have three fantastic, amazing children. So don't be deceived by all those figure eights that you are seeing. It from three bundles. Yes, I am the founder of the Own Your Stage Africa Mentoring Academy as well, where I have mentored and coached over 500 individuals on how to discover themselves and launch out their brands. We have had 12 squads. Yeah, I call my cohort squads. I call them squads. So we have had 12 batches or 12 squads, as you may like to put it, over the space of 2 years. And I'm excited that a lot of them are doing amazing for themselves. So aside that, also I've also had a couple of books, and one of them, of course, is what has brought me here. Thank you very much, boss.
There's something you missed out.
Which one?
The combos that you deal with us on Facebook.
What's come was there? Their genesis you don't want to understand. See, when what you desire is not available, and then what is available has to be desired.
Yes.
It's not a place I want anyone to be, coming from a place of lack. And that's one liberation that the online space has given me that I'm grateful for. And so those combos are a kind of me doing throwbacks to those times when we eat different concoctions just in the
Wow.
name of having something in the stomach so we don't starve. But this time around, I have upped it. Now when I'm eating a
Exactly.
whole full smoked fish with Gary, this time is coming from a place of pleasure and enjoyment and not a
Yes.
place of lack and suffering. So that's just it. Trying to remind myself where I'm coming from and how far I have come so far.
But you know that that combo thing has really made a lot of individuals to be very creative with their foods, and some of them have become exploratory. They are trying to explore other things right now, and by even doing that, many of them have begun to notice the nutritional value in some of those things. And trust me, that's not coming from a point of lack per se, as people may look at it. But for me, it was very, very. Some of the things that you wrote, I just went and tested them out. I'm like, oh wow, this is amazing, and began to see different ways that we can combine our foods. All right.
Yeah, at
So
times creativity stems from a place of adversity.
exactly,
When you are
exactly,
stretched beyond what you think you could handle, you just discover, oh, so there's this other amazing part that I could even explore. I've had people even
exactly.
tell me to start a YouTube channel and do my combos
And the
there. Who knows?
combos.
Fingers crossed, I could just start another line of delicacies. Because really, who
Right.
invented rice and beans? Who invented plantain and beans? Who said bread and
Exactly.
butter is very tasty? Someone started it.
Exactly.
So let's see how it
Exactly.
goes. Thank you.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. So, Sheung, the next question is this. You're a teacher, so I think it's a given that you should just author books. All right. But then, tell us. I've read your book, EJ. I've read Credit Alerts 365. So tell us, why did you decide to start authoring books? Is there something that happened? Was there just a dream, or just because we know a lot of individuals write for different reasons. What pushed you? What moved you to start authoring your own books?
Okay, thank you. Um, it's not necessarily a given because you teach and it's just expected you should author books. I can tell you 1,001 teachers out there are not even thinking about authoring books.
Hmm.
It's not a given. So for me, it came from a place of wanting to be where I can't be. Basically, there's
Yeah.
only so much you can do, right? And I understand that I carry a lot within. That came also from a place of exposure, realizing that I am not the salt of my community alone. Like John Obidi will say, you're the salt of the world, right? You're the
Yeah.
salt of the earth, like the Holy Book itself says. So I realized that if I want to reach more people with my message, if I want to impact more lives, then there has to be a way to connect with them. You can't do live videos forever. You can't do webinars forever. There's a place of online courses as well. What more can I do? And so I thought of authoring books. Of course, having followed you for a while, having
Hmm.
followed other amazing authors for a while, Edin Redewo as well, I decided to, okay, I think it's time to author a book. But I didn't start with authoring a book. How I came about authoring my very first book, the 27th Alphabet, was from a series of live classes that I held on effective communication. Like I said, communication seems to be my forte, and so I've decided to stay with it. So I had a series of classes, live classes on effective communication. And at the end of 4 batches or five thereabouts, I decided, okay, enough. I think from their feedbacks, I can put this together. And boom, that was how my first book came about. So it came from a place of me wanting to reach more people and saving myself more time, because there are a lot of things needing your attention. There are a lot of things
Yeah.
needing your time. So how can you keep impacting lives by default without necessarily being there physically? And so authoring books was
Amazing.
another best option. Yeah,
Amazing. I love that, and that's part of why I even write books. It's part of my reason. The fact that I've got a lot of things inside of me, and I cannot be in many places at the same time. So
at
I
the
put
same
them in
time,
form of a
yes,
book that represents what it is that I want to put out there in the world, and then the book can travel to so many other places. My books,
very true. Yeah.
I've gone to the US, and I'm here in Nigeria. I've never been to the US, and that's the beautiful thing about authoring books. So the next question is this: what's your best-selling book to date?
Okay, my best-selling book to date is EJ.
Oh,
That was
wow.
my second book. I have a feeling people relate more with story, because EJ
Hmm.
is more like a compendium of stories of 22
Yes.
influencers on how they were able to move from a place of invisibility to profiting,
Yes.
harnessing the power of the online space. So that has sold, but I have made more money from Credit Alert because I priced it higher.
Oh,
For
wow.
every other book that comes out, I up my price. So
Oh, wow.
EJ has sold more copies, but I've made more copies from Credit Alert. So EJ went viral, I guess, because of the stories of the 23 influencers. And then when people get it, they're looking at, is more or less like buying 22 different books for the price of one. And so that's a catch. When you are able to pull weight behind your brand, it looks like a giveaway. And someone is thinking, oh, on a good day, if this brand had put out a book, I would have bought. If this other brand had put out a book, I would have bought. But Sheon has done the job of putting all this together. It's like me eating the brain of 23 people at once for the price of
Hmm.
one. And so that
Hmm.
helped to sell EJ very, very well.
That's fantastic. So, for Credit Alert 365, I particularly love that one, really, because I'm all about how can I make money on a daily basis, right? So, and that's the concept. That's what we are, talking about in this conversation. Anyway, guys, if you're tuning in right now, I can see people who have joined us. Please do share with us where you are, your city, where you are tuning in from, and tell us where you are, and then go ahead to share this video on your timeline so that a lot of individuals can also partake in this. This is a very, very powerful conversation that we're having. Okay, so tell us the city, tell us the country where you are tuning in from, and then go ahead to share this video, please, right now. Mention your friends to come join us and partake in this conversation. So, credit a lot 365. That means making money every blessed day. Tell me a
Making
bit
money all
about
year
that.
round. Yeah.
Yeah, all year round. So some individuals feel that that's not possible. It's impossible. I think anyway. Go ahead and tell me. Is it about tell us? Is it about the mindset or is it actually making money every day? Tell us about it, please.
Okay, Credit Alert 365 stemmed from my best, or at the time that was 2019, 2020, during the pandemic, the COVID ravaging and all that.
Mm,
What normally will take me a couple of months to make in profits, I made it back to back to back almost every single week that period. And so I thought, oh,
wow.
it's easy to really, as in making money online is really not rocket science, but you should be ready to
Mm,
put in the work. And so
yes.
Credit Alert 365 is saying you can make money all year round. Now, you may not start out making money every single day. There's a process to get into that level. You will agree with me, you didn't start out making money every single day, too. There's a process
Exactly.
to get into that level, but it's a mindset that you must cultivate. So if accepting the fact that you can make money every single day is too much for you to understand, then know that you can make money all year round, if that would be easier for your mind to accept. So once you can imbibe that and accept that you can make money all year round, you can then begin to fashion out strategies. Okay, how do I ensure I make money every month? How do I ensure I make money every 2 months? How do I ensure I make money every quarter? And then you get better and better, such that it gets to a point where you're able to now put in proper strategies in place and see that you're making money weekly, and then you begin to make money daily. So Credit Alert 365 is helping individuals who feel it is impossible to make money every day to first of all accept the fact that they can make money all year round with published assets, and then gradually build their brand and their income making level to a point where they can begin to make money every single day. So you don't need to start out making money every single day. Just ensure that you're making money all year round.
What people will ask is that, oh, she's written a book, Create a Lot 365. The next thing is that, are you really making money every day? We see this, people tell me, like, man, very, I don't know what they are actually seeking out for. And it's absolutely possible. Like, I mean, I'm a living example. There's no day that goes by right now because I've built my assets, because I've built influence, I'm connecting, I'm
Yes.
building communities of individuals. So every day money comes in, either through the ads that I do for people, either people buy my books or people buy my courses and all that. Every blessed day, as I said, at least 1,000 naira. So for me, I have a piggy vest account, and at 10 p.m. every night, it just automatically withdraws the money that I've set and it puts it aside
Okay.
in form of savings, for me. So there has to be money in that account for it to take away. If not,
So take
when I
away.
receive a
Yeah.
when I receive a message from them, oh, we couldn't withdraw, we couldn't. There's a way your
Yeah, you didn't
piggy
have
vest
enough
will be a
balance,
little low.
something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That thing is not a very nice experience for me. So every day I'm making sure that at least I have something there for it to, and that has to come with consistently making sure that sales happen on a daily basis. So for that, is it possible? The question is this: is it possible that someone can make money every day from published books?
It is very possible. It is very possible that you can make money every single day. Now, I will be sincere, right? There are times when there's drought, like you said, when a lot doesn't come in that day. But you want to make sure that the drought period is as minimum as minimal as possible. So in 365 days, even if you don't make money every single day, probably you made money 250 days out of 365 days, or you made money 300 days out of 365 days. I would, comfortably be at a place of making money weekly. Now, another thing is this, another catch is this: don't get carried away with the making money every day. There are some persons who probably just launch a fantastic program or course or something every quarter. And in that first quarter, they have made someone else's money that the person will make all through the year, even if the person was making money every single day.
Yeah.
So when you're thinking making money every single day, it's like you say, it has to be, even if it's 1,000, 2,000, 1,500, that's making money every day. It's not six figures, seven figures. When you hear all those eight figures, that you begin to think, it's not possible. Like, it is possible to make money every day. But
Mm.
business is not a straight line. There are drought periods. So I am at the stage of making money every single week. Okay. But Semeka is at the stage of making money every single day. You would know that our brands are not on the same level. He started out over 10 years ago. Me, when did I just enter the market? So these things are normal. You would grow to that stage, you will get to that level, but it is very possible to make money every single day. And the beautiful thing is that there are a couple of things that are not so difficult to do that helps you make money every single day. Like in my book, I talked about the 9 C's of making money every day. 9 C's of making money every day. Yes, there's the product. Yes, there's the funnel you use. Yes, there's a marketing strategy. But a lot of intangible things are also necessary for you to make money
Yes.
every single day. And if I call these things out, or if I list them out, you're going to see that for brands that you can vouch for, that they actually make money, these things are true with them. Now, number one I talked about is confidence, having confidence in yourself and in your product. If you like, have series of products that you can advertise every single day. If you cannot
Mm.
confidently sell us that product, nobody will buy from you.
Exactly.
So is confidence one very tangible thing that you need to plug into your sales funnel? No, this has to do with you. because making money every day starts and ends with you. Getting credit alert starts and ends with you. So what's your confidence level in yourself, in your brand, and in your product or services that you're selling? So that's one thing I dissected and talked about. Confidence level comes from a place of building your skill set, your soft skills and your hard skills, your communication skills. These will boost your confidence level. The second thing I talked about is competence. It's not enough to just fake it because you want to make it. Are you competent? This is another necessary element if you're going to make money from your published assets 365 days of the year. How competent are you? Can people vouch for your competence? At times people come online and they are asking, please, I need a merchant in this, or I need a vendor in that, recommendations, please. Can you be recommended even when you're not there? Are you competent? Have you proved your competence? Do you have results to show over time? All right. So this also ties to your money making ability beyond the product, beyond your funnel, beyond your channel, beyond your marketing strategy. This ties to it as well. And then another C I talked about, I won't mention all the 9 C's anyway. I won't give out all my 9 C's. Another C I talked about is credibility. Are you credible? Or you are the type that you are the vendor of what we ordered versus what we got? So even if you're making money, immediately you saw your brand with lack of credibility, that tap will close. So how credible are you? Making money online, how credible are you? Can people vouch for you? Can people trust you with their hard-earned money? Because it takes a level of trust for people to go into their pockets and decide to bring out part of their money to pay for your course, to buy your book, to enroll in your academy. It takes a level of trust, and that comes from having built credibility over time. These and many more other things are the intangible things that a lot of persons overlook in the business of making money every day online, and they think those doing it are lying or those doing it are pretending. At all, look at these brands that are making it, look at these brands that are talking about it, and ask yourself if they have these things to show for it. And Boss Emeka does one other C very, very, very well, which of course we are learning under him. He builds conversations. That's another C. So I've given you 4 C's now. I talked about 9 C's in my book. Conversations lead to conversions. What conversations are you bringing up? What conversations are you starting? What conversations do you trigger? Because those conversations lead to conversion. So you're going to be getting converts as to people who begin to believe in your brand, people who begin to believe in your person, then they begin to believe in your products and services, and of course, begin to believe in the offers you give. And that way, they can easily now begin to part with their money, and then you get to begin to make money. So are you creating conversations around your product, around your services, around your brand, or people are still wondering what's he about or what's she about? So what conversations are you having people engaging? Because only then will you be able to lead those conversations to a place of being able to convert them to clients. I will stop there for
Amazing.
now, but yeah.
Amazing. So, Shane, how can people get copies of your book, or how can they reach out to you to get copy? Because that's exactly part of why we're having these conversations. How can they be able to get those copies of your book, finish up with the 9 C's and every other thing that is inside of the book? I have read it.
Okay.
I have my own copy, although my own copy is at home, not here in my office. So how can they get copies for themselves, for their friends, for their families, and for their organizations?
All
Right can
right.
they?
Um, they could reach out to me, or you can help me pin this. They could
Yeah,
also
that's
get
well.
it on
That's well.
seller.co/EK92,
Okay.
seller.co forward
But if you
slash
can give out your WhatsApp number, or I don't know if
all my,
that's okay
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah. You can also reach out to me, send a DM or send a WhatsApp message on 0803 469 8415. 0803 469 8415. And for
Okay.
those who would reach out to get the book, it's 5,000 naira, way bill inclusive, 5,000 naira way bill inclusive by post. And for those who would reach out via this program, because they connected here, you're going to be getting a copy of EJ as well,
Mm,
absolutely free. A copy of
amazing.
EJ free of charge. So, and that's because you're reaching out there. So let me know when you send a DM. Let me know that you got my number from the stream, and you will get that bonus.
Amazing. Thank you very much for seeing for that. For that what you've
Of
done
course,
just now. Can you hear me?
and deadline strategies. So this bonus is open for the next 48 hours. Yes, the next 48 hours. So that will be launching into December. So take advantage
Thank
of
you.
this bonus in the lifetime of this opportunity.
Okay, so my next question is this. I need you to share with us three strategies that have made you the most sales with any of your book, whichever, whether it's EJ, whether
Okay, now
is premium.
before I say that, or before I answer that question, on before I forget, let me also chip this in. You know, I've always said this anytime I get to comment around your book will sell, your post and all that, I make comments around it. I always say the academy is beyond just book selling, right? This is an academy for every business minded individual. For every business minded individual. So strategies that worked for me, three strategies that worked for me, like outlined in your book, was number one, I began to create conversations around the book even before I finished writing it. What I did was to, for me, I usually get my book cover ideas first and my title. Some persons, it may not be that for them. So that's what
Mm,
happens for me. And so I go on to design my book cover before I even finish writing the content, or because I already have an idea of what I want to do. So with that book cover, with that mock-up copy and all that, I began to create conversations around it, and so began to get people interested. Ah, what's it about? Oh, you're writing a book and all that. So those conversations began to come, and then I opened up room for pre-order. And the catch I put was that for those who would pre-order within 7 days, I opened a 7 day window period. For those who would
mm,
pre-order within 7 days, I was going to send the books to them free of charge. They will not be paying for way bill. So that was a
mm.
big catch. And within that 7 days, I had about 53 sign-ups. That's people who paid and pre-ordered. And then there were those who, of course, jumped in, at the last minute, at the end of 7 days or the eighth day, are like, we didn't know that it has expired. Like on a strategy. But at the end of the day, I got about 83 people within that window period. And then,
Yeah.
so that worked for me. The fact that there was the catch of no way bill cost and the short time, the 1 week window period, and the conversations I had started building even before I launched the book. By the time it was then fully launched and those 83 persons got their copies, I had them help me talk about the book, market the book, and take pictures. And so, with the pictures, with them holding the books, I began to recreate content around the books. And so, you have persons say, "Oh, I like that book," or if that idea of if this person could buy Shion's book, it means there's something in it. And then the trust
Exactly.
they have on that person rubs off on your book. And so, ultimately, at the end of the day, I was able to, within a month, I was able to sell about 200 copies. And over time, I have reprinted about twice now and sold more copies. So having that add-on worked for me. Using word of mouth marketing, that's I have these people themselves talk about the book with their pictures on their timeline, and then I go share that post, and then later on use their pictures as well for marketing. It worked for me. And lastly, what worked for me was also what is called Octopus Marketing. You
Mm,
find someone who is like a trusted person, a trusted brand, and have the person endorse your book. So I had, this was offline anyway. This I did offline. I had someone who was in the business fair, and so I talked to him about my book and encouraged him or convinced him to get for his people. He has a group of people who he mentors, and of course I gave them a discount, at a discount, since he was going to be getting more copies, and that sold like a bulk of 50 for me straight up, of course at a
Mm.
discounted rate. So you can, Octopus Marketing worked for me, word of mouth marketing worked for me, and then being able to have add-ons. That's why it's good to have like what I call a vault of resources. So when you're launching your book, it's not that time you're beginning to crack your head. What's the bonus I will add? Or what's the giveaway I will put? Or what's the extra I will add? No, have a vault of resources so that when you are now stacking all those bonuses, you have something to fall back on, and it is not on the spot you're developing that. So these worked for me. These three strategies really worked for me to help me sell lots of copies of Credit Alert 365.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you very much for sharing those strategies, amazing strategies that can actually help someone to be able to market and make lots of money from his published books.
The published,
Okay,
yes,
so yeah. So the next question is this. There are lots of individuals, there are different reasons for them joining the academy. Even the one I got recently was the fact that the guy said, I just joined the academy because of you. I'm like, hmm, because of me. I mean, very funny. I once said,
interesting.
okay, I just want to join the academy now because I may not need it now. I will need it in the future because I
Mm,
know that I will
mm.
grow in the future.
Future
So many,
investment.
yeah,
Okay.
so different reasons for people who are joining. So, but for you, what was your reason to have joined in 2020?
My reason for joining was to be able to learn from you closely, to get closer to you, to sort of enter one of the rings of your circles, because I know there are different rings to your circles. So
Well,
that moved
you've
me.
been in the ring since now.
That of course moved me a step closer, and then to learn strategies to help me sell my more copies of my books, and to learn from the amazing lineup of speakers that you were bringing on board, because it was like a bouquet. How did they speak that English now? Buffet. Like just come
Buffet,
and
yeah.
serve yourself. Yes, just come and serve yourself. And so that was what it was for me. The interesting thing is I made more money while, even before I finished watching the videos in that academy.
Wow.
I made money from a strategy shared by Naomi. And that's
Hmm.
when when we started, I said I was going to talk about
Yeah,
why I have now taken live videos very seriously. I made
exactly.
over $500,000 by utilizing her strategy.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So whoever
And
is
you paid how
joining,
much?
hey, it was a giveaway. It was a giveaway because it was just the book that gave us entry. Those of us that had, first entry advantage. It was the book
Yes.
that gave us entry. Then how much did I pay? So this is like a lifetime investment, because this strategy that has earned me money consistently was not necessarily the strategy that anyone would have thought will help you sell books. Mm-mm.
Exactly.
It was
Mm,
a strategy for visibility, because visibility then, translates to more sales later on. Like
mm.
the guy who said he joined because maybe later he will need it. That's a fantastic investment. He sees the future. He understands, by the time he's ready to join, maybe you'll be calling 150K then to join the academy. And so he's already pitching his tent now. So for me, joining was to be able to expose myself to different strategies to sell my book. And that was where I also learned the Octopus marketing model from, to, of course, get me to learn from the amazing lineup of speakers that you had. And I knew that I was going to keep writing books. So why
Mm.
not get myself into that kind of platform that will equip me for the books that I have not even written yet, and make sure that I sell them off the shelf even before they are produced. And that's why I joined the academy.
That's amazing. Very fantastic. Okay, so guys, we will be wrapping up in a few minutes. Sheun has been truly, truly amazing in sharing her thoughts and ideas concerning book marketing. So if you've got questions, please start dropping your questions in the comment section. I can see quite a few individuals. Derry Lori says, thanks for the information, Ma. Priska is saying, awesome. I'm great saying is great being here. I'm joining from Benin City. I can see Uzoma from Lagos. I can see Daniel from Akwa Ibom. I can see Gloria from Lagos. Yeah, Kingsley said our combo mama here. Okay. That's great. So if you got
Well,
questions,
that's
I'm seeing Vincent Phillips saying great, fantastic guy. So if you got questions for Sharon, please go ahead right now and start dropping the questions as we begin to wrap up in this fantastic session. So Sharon, another thing I wanted to ask you, or what's your advice? Because a lot of individuals now, okay, this academy. Number one thing is it for everybody? Because I feel okay, if I say it's for everybody, it may not make sense. But I think it's beyond. It's not just for people who want to be authors alone or those who are authors. So what's your advice? Because a lot of individuals, okay, Mecca, would this work for me? I'm not necessarily an author. I'm not even intending to author a book. I'm not a writer. But do you think that this academy will work for me? Secondly, they are thinking if 50,000 naira is so much, $100 is so much to pay for the academy, right? So, what piece of advice will you give to individuals like that? Because we are going to be opening the academy again for, yeah, before the academy is not yet open fully. I mean, on the third, we're opening the academy fully on the third. But so far, we've gotten 22 people who have actually said, "Take my money. I want to be in the academy before it actually opens up." So on the third, it will be open. People can now pay. We are trying to see if we can put in cryptocurrency on the platform so people can pay using cryptocurrency. Also,
okay.
Stripe. For now, we have Paystack fully functioning there. You can do transfer. You can do with your card, whichever you want. So we want to do all that so that people won't have reasons in terms of
Issues.
trying to pay. All right. So different options. So what piece of advice would you give to individuals who are thinking if the academy is for them and if they should join the academy?
Stop thinking and just join. Like I always tell Bosemeka, I said he should rename that academy to Your Market Will Sell Academy. It is not just your book will sell. I tell you, so long as you're on the online space and you are a business person, you are an entrepreneur, you're selling services, you're selling products, you're authoring books or not authoring books, the academy is for you. Now, the strategy that made me over half a million naira straight up, that has made me an apostle of this academy or a disciple of this academy, was not a strategy for book selling. It was a strategy for live video. Naomi talked about how her life literally changed because she embraced live videos at the time when it had not even gone viral, when it wasn't popular. She was doing it on one platform then. I think the platform is no longer existing or something. Every single day she was sharing videos.
Yeah, it was
And
Periscope. Periscope at the
Periscope,
time.
thank you very much, sir. Yes, Periscope. And so her life literally changed from there when a couple of persons watched her video. And you know what happened? I didn't even finish watching her session. I was watching that, and the light bulb moment just came. I paused that video and immediately went to Canva and created one Palasa design. And I called it Online Visibility Challenge. And I put it
I,
out there.
I
I
remember
didn't,
then.
yeah, I didn't wait to even watch all the video, because if I had done that, maybe I would have knocked off the idea and like, maybe I will try later. I paused that video and immediately went on to create that flyer. And the next time I was going to do the visibility challenge, I had a very prominent person reach out to me and say, I think I have a community of about 2,000 people. I think my members need this online visibility. Please come and train them. Give us at a subsidized rate anyway, and I will take care of the rest. And quietly,
Mm,
quietly, I made half a million doing, teaching people how to go live, how
mm,
to face the camera, how to talk into the camera, how to connect with their
mm.
audience on camera. Now, is that, did I sell book? No,
Nope.
but I got that light bulb moment because I was in the academy. So it is
Mm,
not for you because you want to author a book now, or you're going to author a book tomorrow, or you're writing a book because it calls it your book will sell. No. So just use your mind eye to see that book as market. Your market will sell. That's what that academy is about. So I encourage everyone, so long as you are on the online space, to make money. The academy is for you. And trust me, beyond book selling, you would see how to move your business entity from where you are now to a better place. And you will realize that the book sales will just be like the icing on the cake, because your whole business will have a massive turnaround by being a part of the academy. And of course, you trust the Don to always give you more than he has promised. He always does that. And I'm sure this time around it will be no different. I can't wait to see the many, many goodies that will follow this academy. So don't sleep on this one, please. Join this academy. It's for everyone, so long as you are online to make money every single day of the year.
Amazing, amazing. So, guys, it's time to start asking your questions. I think we have the first question right here. I'm seeing that on the screen. Please drop your questions. We have another 15 minutes or less to wrap it up on this session. Depending on you, if you got questions, drop the questions so that I'm done with asking my own questions. So it's now up to people who are watching us right now to drop your questions. Don't think your questions are foolish based on all the things that she shared with us right now. Please go ahead and drop your question. So we have the first question here. I don't know if you can see it on the screen. Dear Mama, how do you juggle work, live videos, business, home management, and every other thing? How do you manage all effectively?
Okay. Thank you very much. Maybe I should just say, watch out for my next book. That's what I'll be writing about. So you can come and buy. Anyways, it is about prioritizing and scheduling, and then there are some things that are important but not urgent. You can always probably get back to them. They're not running away. There are some things that are important and urgent, and you need to attend to them. It doesn't take away the place of those things that are important and not urgent. There are some things that um are not important and not urgent, then don't waste your time with them. All right. So if you're able to use that quadrant to prioritize, it will be easy for you. Now, it's not like there are not days when I just want to run away and pack my load and go. You understand, wanting my own space. But once you have come to a place of knowledge, realizing that your life is not just for you alone, you have a lot of lives tied to your own, you playing your own part and fulfilling purpose, then it will be easier for you to bear the burden that comes from a place of service and leadership. It's not always easy, but once you know what to do, when to do it, you prioritize accordingly and you stay true to yourself, it will be easier to juggle all together, and that helps you stay productive and helps you make money even while you work. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a very great answer. A lot of individuals are facing the same thing. Some of them even ask me how I'm able to do the things that I do. It's all about having the as you said, for what you answered is about structuring the things. That quadrant is very important. I learned about that quadrant many years ago. Then
Yeah.
another thing also is having a supportive partner, right? Imagine if your
Mm,
husband is not supportive now. Maybe you would have been doing
I
this
agree.
video and he will just come there where you are, and I yank off the camera from your face. There's some men who are like that. You know,
Yeah, while I was
um,
jumping about by
yeah,
Elsa and the rest of them all through last week,
exactly.
he was around, managing the kids. Yeah, so
Exactly. So those are things that come together. For me, I have a supportive wife. I have kids that I'm training to become truly amazing. They don't give us issues. We have a domestic house help at home, and then I'm able to structure and properly time my things. So the kind of things that people do, I don't do. The wedding I attend, traditional wedding I attended on Saturday was me attending traditional wedding in the past two years. I mean, somebody will say, okay, but for me, I think I have a way of cutting off certain things. If I look at my
yeah,
relationship with the individual who is inviting me, and it's not that so deep, I can package something and send instead of me going there. You get what I mean? So
exactly.
with these things that when men finish from work and then they go to the bar and they're drinking, I don't do it. I done with work. Head up straight home, reserve my energies, conserve my energies for doing something for the family and also for my business. So everybody, if you truly, truly want to do a lot of all these things, it's about structuring your time, structuring your activities,
Yeah,
structuring
know
your
what
life.
works for you.
Know what
What works
is important and what is
for the dawn
working.
may not be working for me. Exactly. So don't use
Exactly.
another
Like some
person's timetable. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Some individuals write at night. They do. I don't write at night. I do day. You get, because right now my night is for my sleeping times. All right. So my
Mm-hmm.
laptop doesn't go home with me anymore. My laptop
With
stays
you.
in the office. When I get home, I know that it's time for resting and for sleeping. So a lot of things that you need to really check about your life and structure so you'll be able to do a whole lot of other things. Okay, so I've not seen any other question popping up. Guys, if you've got another question for Sheon, please drop it. I'm only seeing Michelle. Wow, that's amazing. YBS Academy is beyond selling just your books. The American Novice outdid himself with the quality of values packed up in the academy. Thanks, bro. Thank you very much for that, Michelle. You're watching from YouTube. Thank you very much because right now we are streaming on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So
Oh,
thank
okay.
you for from watching from YouTube. All right. Favor White is saying thank you, Machine. All right. All right,
Thank
guys.
you.
So Sharon, if you got anything to wrap up this session, we've done for the 5 minutes already. Um so Deborah, okay, I'm seeing someone else. Deborah is saying these sessions are always real, easy to relate with, no magic and big terms, everyday Nigerian. Deborah, anyway, that's what it is for me. All right. If you know me, I'm the kind of guy I like to take the things that are complex and make them simple and
Very
relatable.
simple. Yeah.
If you listen to me at my speaking engagements, I'm always telling stories, making this as simple as ever. That is my rule in marketing. When it comes to marketing, do it in such a way that is so stupidly simple that people can understand, and that
Hmm.
will make it be a darling to people. That's what makes people will make people to come towards your direction and want to buy from you. And thankfully, Sheon does that so wonderfully. So, all right. So Sheon,
Yes, boss.
final parting words from us, from you. Everybody
All
will take
right.
home with.
Yeah, thank you, Don, again for having me on this conversations. I am super, super, super grateful. I just want to encourage those watching who are still thinking, should I not? Now, I'll tell you what happened for me in 2018. 2018 December, November, December, I decided to do something I've never done before. And that was when I paid for a class or a training session with Remy Owadokun at the time, and it was like my last card. I emptied my bank account. I literally stepped into the new year with a flat bank account. But I knew that it was a seed I was sowing forward. I knew if I wanted my business to have a drastic shift and I want to experience what I have never experienced before in terms of profit making and surplus, I need to do something I have not done before. And so I paid that money. Was it 50,000 at the time, which was all I had, like all I had. I paid it and I stepped into the new year broke, flat broke. But within the first quarter, January to March, I made that amount back like 10 times. Now, of course, I put in the work, I had products to sell, but the learnings, the lessons, and the seeds. See, the universe is not stupid. You will not get what you don't sow. You can't reap what you don't sow. The universe is not
Mm-hmm.
stupid. So see this academy as you sowing into the surplus you want for your life and business going forward.
Mm.
This is me that on a good day before, tell me to come and even pay 10,000 naira. I'll be asking, what does this coach know that they want to teach me? Is Google not there? Is YouTube not there? Now, lie, oh, there's
Mm-hmm.
so much Google can do, there's so much YouTube can do. There's something about having a contact with, as in a real human that you can relate with, real time basis. And so that
Mm.
was a drastic shift. I've gone on to pay for high end courses, Temi Ajibewa, MBT with Steve Harris. How was I able to afford them? Because I made a decision to do something I've never done before, and my business changed for the better. So I am encouraging you to see this as an investment in the future you want to feature in. And when the surplus starts coming, just remember to come and pay tithe. That's all I will say. So I look forward
Yes.
to seeing you in the academy. I can't wait to welcome you in there.
Exactly. So, someone is asking the Dawn, please, when is the deadline for registration? Yeah, the deadline is on the 22nd. So, we open on the 3rd. Some individuals have actually paid. Some have paid full 50,000 naira. Some have even done installments. Some have said, okay, let me drop 10K, let me drop
Mm.
15K, like that. I remember many of them have even utilized that strategy, that style, or that
To
way
be
to
able
be
to
able to
pay up.
finish up.
Yeah.
One did 10, one did 10, 20, and then another 20. Another one did 20 and 30, just like that. One did 20, 20, 10. The other one did 5, 20, and then 25, right? So just like that, that we're able to pay up. So the deadline is the 22nd of December. We're opening up on the 3rd of December. That means we've got 23rd and 22nd is about 19 days. Okay, so
Yes.
19 days, which I'll be putting it in people's faces. I will go all out. I'm
Every
mad
single day.
with putting it out right every single day for those 19 days. So there won't be any excuses. Ads will be running. I'll be running ads on Facebook, running ads on Instagram, putting out videos, releasing more videos, showing people what's available in the academy on the 19th at 12 midnight. Sorry, on the 22nd at 12 midnight, the academy will become 75,000 naira or $150.
Wow.
I'm even benching it at $500 to a dollar. But now the dollar is about 545 or 565 to
Yeah,
be
about
honest.
550
So,
thereabouts, yes.
but I'm benching it at that mark. So on the 22nd at midnight, if you pay 50,000 naira, I will
It's
swallow the
about
money and I will not pay you back. That's the truth. And you will not still get access to the academy. So that's how it can be. So people will be there. Hey, for me, my lawyer always backs me up because when I say it that I'm going to take the money and then I will not give you access, and you want to go to law, but here I will show you. This is where I said it.
where it was
If
stated,
you pay,
exactly.
if you pay that 50K 1 minute after 12
After
midnight on
many
the 22nd, I will swallow the money, I will take it, and I will not pay you back, and you will not have access into the academy too. So between now and the 22nd, you have a full 1 month to be able to, I think it's up to a month to be able to do your payment and be part of the academy. Okay, so Sharon, thank you very much for being part of the academy. I mean, sorry, for being part of this conversation. I think we have exhausted our
Thank you,
time
boss.
here. We've done
Okay.
51
Yeah.
minutes. God bless you.
Thank you
God
so
bless your
much. God bless
family.
you.
God bless your husband. God bless your kids and
Amen.
all the support that you
Amen.
get in, even in your
And you,
organization, because I believe that they are seeing, they are watching. If it's an organization that doesn't want your progress, maybe they are okay. Shelly is making much more money than us. Let's her go and be doing all her. But I think the support is
but they are
there.
encouraging, they're supporting, they cover up for me when I need to travel and all that. It's
Amazing.
been
That's
amazing. Yeah.
beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you very much. All the way
Thank
from
you, boss.
here in the city of Port Harcourt to you in Delta State. God
Delta
bless you.
State. Thank you. So God bless you
Always,
too. Have a
always looking
fantastic
forward to
day.
having sessions with you in the
I'm
future.
grateful.
Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you. All
Goodbye,
right, sir.
everybody.
Bye.